Hey, hey, hey.
Hello. How are you?
I'm good.
I don't know what to talk about.
Oh, happy midweek. We've made it halfway through another week. Let's talk about the weather. It's so
gorgeous
pretty.
out. I just had someone today come up to me and she was like, can you believe, and it did not occur to me until she said this to me, next week it will be November. By the end of next week, we will be in November.
Isn't that wild?
Yeah. I'm like, that's insane to me because it sure does not
The
feel
year
like
has flown
It really has.
by.
I had to take Joey to the Dollar Tree last night. This is something we can talk about actually. But I had to take him to the Dollar Tree to get gum. I'll tell you about that in a minute. But when we were there, we were like looking at all the Halloween stuff. And I was like, I can't believe Halloween is next week, bud. And he was like, next week? Like he got so excited because, you know, when you're 9, it's like the greatest.
Does he have his costume?
Well, he does, but now he just switched. So I bought him a Darth Vader costume because it was $12 at Marshall's like 3 months ago. And I called him and I was like, do you want this costume? It's awesome, blah, blah, blah. He was like so excited. He has been so excited to be Darth Vader this entire time. Yesterday, he talked to my nephew, and my nephew is being a Browns player, and they are going to this trick-or-treat at the zoo on Sunday.
Do they call it Boo at the Zoo?
I think they do, yes. And so they're going on, my sister-in-law is taking them on Sunday. And so he's like, well, I want to be a football player with Jacob. So this would be fine. We would just have him wear like football pants and his Browns jersey that he already has, except his Browns jersey is an Amari Cooper jersey who just got traded last week. So he feels that he cannot wear the Amari Cooper jersey at all. So now I'm scrambling to buy him a new jersey, but he doesn't know what player he hasn't decided what player he wants. And I have to look at who has the longest contract with the Browns because that's actually who he wants. He wants Myles Garrett. So I'm willing to buy that one, I think.
Nice.
But it's a real pain in the butt right now that he has completely switched around this
Bill
Halloween
told
costume.
the kids like a month ago, he sent out a family text. Now's the time to order your costumes.
It's so true.
I don't even know if Jack ordered his.
What's he being?
I can't remember. Did you order it, Jack? Jack ordered. What are you? Oh, Ricky Bobby.
Oh, that's actually a good one. I like that.
He's
What did he say?
Vito's. Who? I can't hear.
I can't hear. So yes, so Halloween will be very fun. I don't know what my kids are doing. Well, I know what my boys are doing. I don't know what Olivia's
Well, I got
doing.
my free costumes from the customers that dressed up like apples.
That's
so,
right.
I have
forgot.
nowhere to go trick or treat, but yesterday, I went to Giant Eagle. I have a really big problem there. I mean, I never buy alcohol, but the 2 times that I've tried, I've been in Giant Eagle with no ID, and they've declined me to buy alcohol with no ID. So I'm like, this is so annoying.
Wait,
like,
they really declined you? I mean, not to be a jerk, but like, come on.
The girl would not sell it to me. So the guy yesterday, and I just wanted to buy my Twisted Tea Lights. And I'm like,
so were you in the liquor store or were you in actual
No,
Giant
I was
Eagle?
in the Giant Eagle.
So I wonder if that's why, because
And
I think
I-
they have to, well, no, it's the same system.
and I said, listen, buddy, I appreciate your compliment asking me for my ID, but I was born in 1980 and I'm well over 21. I said, I've got a kid in college, and he looks at me and he's like, 1980, and he let me get it.
So I am a little shocked that he even gave a little, that he
Well,
even
today,
asked.
one of the lovely people that works at our market, we had a couple come in. Actually, David Greenberg from NBC Channel 3.
Which, okay, so
He was in.
they're like the nicest looking couple
They're so
ever.
cute.
Like
They're both news broadcasters.
I know, but they're just like a very good looking couple.
Yeah, they're cute.
Yes.
So one of our workers asked if they were my children.
Oh, that's not nice.
So I'm like, don't worry. Yesterday I got carded, but today I've got like 20-year-olds.
Oh.
But I guess that's not that far off. But I feel like they're older than like
I don't
mid-20s.
think they're older than that.
And they have to be like 24 or 25. I couldn't be their mother.
Now I got to Google it.
I mean, I definitely could, but that would have been, I guess I wouldn't have been that young. Maybe I am old.
I mean,
yes. No, they could totally be my kids. Oh my gosh.
oh, he's only 26. He could be your kid.
He could be my kid. And I'm like,
yeah.
no way. He
could be. Yeah, he's 26 years old.
Oh man. Now I really feel old.
Yeah, he is. He's 26.
Okay, they could be my kids.
Oh, womp womp.
Hi, David. I don't think you listen to the podcast, but he'd be a fun guest to have. So it was
He would
very
be.
nice that they came. He brought his girlfriend, and she does sports in Cincinnati. They're just good-looking people.
They just made a beautiful couple.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's good. So I wanted to talk about this with Joey. It made me think of it, why we had to go buy gum last night. So they have state testing this week.
Oh.
So what is more interesting is I had an old friend tell me this week, who has been a longtime teacher, tell me that she has been teaching for 25 years and she's really, really sad because she is not happy with her profession anymore, which I just hear this all the time in teachers, and it breaks my heart because it's such a cool profession. It's such an amazing profession.
You wanted to be one.
I did. And then I realized I really don't like kids.
Oh, which we'll talk about that today, what you had to do after the story. Remind me.
Oh, okay. So anyways, she's just, I hate it because we have no creativity left. Like, we don't do anything to what we want to do. It's all just teaching to the state and da-da-da-da. And like, there's definitely something to be said for state testing. And I understand the purpose behind it. But this is really interesting. My kids, my older kids, when they have state testing, or even when they were younger, I feel like they did not ever get like stressed or anything.
Well, it's all how the teacher handles it to the kid.
And I am so disappointed because Joey was so stressed to go to school today. And Sam had this teacher, but it was COVID that year, and so it was very different. But Sam had this teacher, and I like her as teacher. Like, I really like this. Joey loves him. Like, he is a great teacher. So I don't necessarily know that he's like stressing him out, but I'm like so bummed that we are at this point where like my 9-year-old is so worried about going to school for his state testing.
Yeah.
Like, it doesn't even matter for his grade. It matters for the school's grade. And so we had a long talk about that like, well, this is really testing your school and how much your school has like taught you. And it's not about,
all about the growth.
Your grades. Right. So anyways, he was like really stressed out about it. So that's all I wanted to talk about.
So you had to get him gum.
Oh, because the teachers told him that he could chew gum during the test because it helps you concentrate. So he didn't we have mint gum at the house. He didn't like that. So we literally went to Dollar Tree and bought every single kind of gum.
It's nice.
They have.
That's good.
So,
You're a good mom.
That's questionable.
You do let your kids do things I wouldn't do. And we had something really good to
This
give an
was what it
example
was,
for this.
and I don't remember
but I can't remember what it was. I know, but today I got a text message. I was running around all the Amish places today because you have to go see them. You can't call them or send them pictures.
Oh, we could talk about that too.
And so I had to drive, which I so thoughtfully packed 3 half-dozen boxes of donuts in my car. I was going to the door place. I was going to the butcher shop. I was going to the feed store. And everywhere I went, I was going to drop a little bit of fall, 6 donuts. I get to the feed mill. I didn't give anybody any donuts. Not one. They were all piled in my car. I totally
told
forgot.
you today that I think that Kristin would benefit from the reminder app on the iPhone. She is not good at remembering to bring things places.
Yeah, well, I remembered this. I forgot to take it in.
Well, that's part of bringing it somewhere is taking it in.
Geauga Feed got a dozen and a half donuts for them and other
by the
customers.
time you got there,
They're doing a little welcome to their customers, which one of our customers was there, which was cute.
Yeah, that's what you said. That's funny.
One of our best egg customers, she and her husband were there. This was funny. I didn't even tell Bill this, I don't think. So she gets eggs very dedicatedly for herself and her hairdresser. And she said, "What are you doing here?" And I said, "Well, this is where our chickens get their food." So she was thrilled about that because they get all their animal food there for like their dogs and cats. But then that led to, they didn't realize we had dogs because we don't buy dog food from them at the feed mill. They're like, "You don't buy dog food here." I'm like, "Oh, I get that at Costco." So that was kind of a funny talk. But anyways, she was really excited about that. But then she said, "Honey, this is Mrs. Patterson," to her husband. And I'm like, oh my gosh. So anyways, she's like, "They're the ones, her sons," because she thinks Campbell. We have 3 sons. They have 3 sons. And they raise our eggs that we eat. So I was laughing because, I mean, she knew their names. And she just thought Campbell was a boy. So
did you don't tell Campbell this?
Yet, but it was really funny. But that was cute. And then I got in trouble because I don't buy my dog food and my cat food there.
If that's the worst thing you do, I feel like you spend enough money there. I don't think they can be that upset.
You should bring your dogs in sometime.
Okay, so what were you saying? I don't remember what you were going to say about, I said I wanted to be a teacher, but then I found out I don't like kids.
Oh, yeah. So today, while I was running all those errands, I get a picture. I was actually back. But Danna had to be Johnny Appleseed today and talk to all the kids, the school field trips.
Bill called me Janet Appleseed.
And so I got this cute little picture of her pretending like she doesn't like to eat children for lunch.
I did not mind it because I actually, to be really honest, did not mind it at all.
What did you tell the children?
I just read the script, but
I read it.
But I didn't just read, I
you got into it.
I got into it.
Tell us one Johnny Appleseed fact.
I don't remember.
What did Johnny Appleseed die from?
That's not in the story.
Yes, it is.
It is not.
Well, Jeff tells the story.
Well, then Jeff knows more.
He died from pneumonia.
It's totally not in the story.
He must ad lib.
Yeah, he made that up.
He really did die of pneumonia.
No, but like, I don't know. I told the kids like about how he came. He was in Connecticut, and he went from Connecticut to Ohio when he turned 18, and he brought apple seeds and he spread them all around Ohio and Pennsylvania and Indiana. And
did they ask you any good questions?
No, the teachers would not let them.
What?
It was very interesting. I said, okay, if anyone has a question. And the teachers were like, no, that's okay.
They probably didn't want you to know how not smart their kids are because they didn't teach them the stuff before they came.
Well, considering today was state testing for them.
Was it really?
Well, it was for Joey. Oh, well, he's 3rd grade and up. It's probably for the older kids.
Yeah. I don't think they take him on
They
a
wouldn't
field
do a
trip
field
for
trip
state
on state
testing.
testing, no. But it was so cute. Like, it is funny. I see tours there every day, right? And I always joke that I don't like the tours because I like have a million things to do, and they're like, these kids are in my way, and yada. But it is really sweet when you like get to sit down with them, and you kind of forget like how innocent they are at that age. And even though in my head, my youngest is that age, like in my head, I still have, a 5-year-old, and it really makes you realize like, gosh, they're so little. They're so, I'm like, oh my gosh, these little kids like get on a school bus by themselves and they are little. Like they are just peanuts. And it was really cute. And I honestly would totally do that again. I know I complained about it beforehand, but once I did it, I was like, oh, this wasn't bad at all. Like I don't know. Kelly said I did really good. She's like, you got into it. Like you were good. So it was really cute. The kids enjoyed it and I didn't mind doing it. I mean, it was fun. I wouldn't want to do it all the time.
Our friend, did Bob end up seeing his nephew today?
No, he wasn't there when JJ was there. And I tried to get JJ to say hi to me.
Oh, he's hard to talk.
He wasn't having it.
These kids that come to the market all the time. So our friend's son was there and she texted me and she said that her son was there. Well, I had sent her a picture. And then she said, he said that everybody got an apple today and I didn't get one.
Why?
And she said, oh, well, why not? And she looked at her like, have you seen these teeth? If I bit into an apple, they probably all fall out.
Is that what he said?
Because he's got like loose teeth apparently.
That is really funny.
But it was so sad for a second because he didn't get an apple, but he's like, no.
Interesting.
He clearly didn't want one.
So this is West G schools, and they have 6 kindergarten classes.
That's big.
It is big. I mean, now granted, we only have one building.
Now.
We only have one elementary for that age. So it was 3 used to be at one and 3 were at the other. So they've combined. So it's 6. But like, gosh, there were 3 that came yesterday and 3 that came today. Like there are quite a few.
Yeah,
so
that's
it was
amazing.
Yeah, it was a lot of kids.
It's
but
a
it was
good district.
Cute.
Top 10 in the state.
Yeah.
We should be very proud of our school.
We are very proud because of state testing.
Because of state testing.
But no, it was good. It was good. So I did not mind doing that.
Good. I'm glad you didn't.
Add it to my resume of things that I never thought I would do in my life.
There you go.
Be Johnny Appleseed.
Nice.
So, yeah, and it was fun because I didn't have to do the voiceover. I sat with them. So that was good.
You're boring me with this conversation. I'm yawning. No, I'm just kidding. If you're watching the video, I just had a huge yawn. I'm not really bored. I'm just tired.
I started Christmas shopping this week in other news.
You did?
Yeah. Oh, you know what came?
What?
The Gilmore Girls calendar.
Yes, that's
it came
good.
This week.
I hope they don't listen.
She's not going to listen. She's over me.
Yeah, they're over listening. Yeah, I had a really good idea for an advent calendar for Olivia.
Mm-hmm. And I bought it, and it's a Gilmore Girls.
I told Bill we're not going to do an advent calendar for
Well, I
Kimball.
said I wasn't doing one this year. And
she's not really into anything.
So I actually got her 2.
2?
Well, okay, so she's a nerd, and she loves puzzles. And I found a puzzle one, and every day you get a piece, and at the end
she's going to be very busy with all this calendar business.
Well, I haven't gotten the boys anything. But it's only October. But I already started shopping. Like, I have my niece has presents over there.
Oh, wow.
And then, because my sister-in-law sends me links. She's very helpful.
Does?
Yeah, she's like, here, buy this. I'm like, oh, thank you so much. So, I already started stuff. Found out we're hosting Thanksgiving. We're hosting Christmas.
You need a turkey. I have one.
You know,
very limited turkeys.
You know I want one.
Okay.
Yeah.
It doesn't have feathers.
That was a few years back. One year they used a not so great processor.
We talked about this, but if you haven't listened, Danna went to roast her bird and it had armpit hair.
I mean, it was bad. My mother-in-law and I were in my sink, literally like pulling feathers out of this turkey. And
it was
we were
very
like,
embarrassing.
this is not what we wanted. Like, this is not what we signed up for. I should have gone to Giant Eagle.
You should have. That was bad. Well, it's because we supplementally bought a turkey.
Myers had, 99 cent a pound turkeys. We probably should have just bought one of those. Like,
oh my gosh.
Butterball, 1-800 Butterball. But it was a rough year. But it was a great tasting turkey once we removed all the feathers.
You know what? I think it'd be fun to work the Butterball hotline sometime.
Oh my gosh, I think it would. I mean, I would know nothing about it, but it would be so fun.
I think it'd be really fun to field the questions.
So I've
like,
decided,
what if someone called in and said, "What do I do? My turkey has feathers under its wings."
What would you say?
I'd tell them,
pluck them.
That they would just have to pull them out, and it would be fine.
Yeah, that's what I did.
I think it'd work well as the Butterball hotline.
If you're bored 1 year.
1 year, if I ever have time.
Are you hosting this year?
We are hosting, and we always host, which is very lovely because it's very busy for us.
For sure.
So my mom always comes. My brother comes up from Mississippi, which they weren't going to come because they were just here. But Andrew said the kids want to come so bad that Brittany just said go. So that was really
she's
nice.
Not coming,
so she can't come because she works retail. She manages some Verizon stores, and it's just really busy, so she can't come. So everybody will be at our house, so that'll be nice. And it's just a fun time.
That's awesome. Yeah, I love the holidays. I love Thanksgiving. I think it's totally like an underrated holiday. So I'm super excited for it. I love it.
Yeah, me too. I really enjoy it. And cook the bird and like all the sides. And we pretty much cook all the food. My mom and I like to be really organized for Thanksgiving. I kind of have to be. So I have to have everything like
don't have
bought
much of a
ahead,
choice, prepped.
And then my mom comes early. Campbell helps.
So will
prepare.
she come Thanksgiving morning or will she come Wednesday?
She'll come Wednesday.
Yeah.
And then she helps put everything together. And then we wake up and cook. And it's a nice time. And then the next day it's very loud over there.
What are they doing?
They're sauteing something.
It's quite loud.
Probably a side dish for my husband.
I'm planning like scheduling for that week, and we have a big pie. It's our pie day, which is so fun. And it's so funny. All these kids
it's
are
really
like
pie week.
Well, it has turned into pie week for sure. But all these kids are like, all the kids' friends are like, can I work pie day? Can I work pie day? Like they want to work it.
They have to work.
I think we have a good crew this year. I'm almost done with the schedule. I'm feeling confident.
So. Because I'd like not to be stuck slinging cider.
I can't guarantee that.
I have better things to do. I've decided that my skill set is probably not best used refilling apple cider.
Let me tell you, there's a lot of things that I do in my day that I think my skill set is not best used. But
so I laugh. Like today, I actually dressed like semi-nice today. Normally, I'm in just like a t-shirt and jeans or a sweatshirt or something. Like not very nice. And I'm always out.
I feel like you always dress like this. Like you might have like a Patterson, like a nice Patterson shirt on.
Yeah, so I'm not wearing like normal wear. So I'll be out like picking up trash. Like, you know what my least favorite job now is to do? Pick out all the garbage in the carts.
So I cannot believe, and if you ever do not bring your cart back to the corral at the grocery store, I will find you. I swear it. Like, oh my gosh, these people are so rude. But I do laugh at things like that. I'm like, I wonder what people think. Like, and here's me. I'm like, I'll be pushing like 4 carts through the parking lot filled with trash. And I'm laughing. I'm like, when I got my college degree, I definitely wasn't planning on doing this with my life.
Well, here's what I've determined. I tell myself it is a mom who has 3 kids on her own. One of them's a baby. And someone's crying. Someone has to go potty. And they just have to go in their van. That's what I tell myself. Because no one in their right mind would leave me.
Correct.
With funnel cake plates with funnel cakes. With cups. With sippies, with doll babies. I mean, you would not believe the stuff that we find.
Correct.
It is quite amazing.
I am blown away at the amount of wallets that were left this weekend.
A lot. Another one today.
Yes, another one today. And the amount of car keys is concerning. How did you get home? How did you get home?
They're not going to get anywhere else.
This is the equivalent of when you see a shoe on the side of the road to me.
Yeah. You know what I learned about Teslas this week? That they can be running with the air conditioning on with the car off. So if you see a Tesla with an animal in it, do not fear.
You know what?
Air conditioning's running inside.
And there's actually, I did know this because there's a thing on the screen that comes up that says, "Don't worry, my owner has the air on for me."
Oh, that's nice.
Yes, so that people don't like panic.
Because we had someone complain that there was a dog, and it was a cool morning. And then Ruthie got involved, who loves animals.
Oh, she is
an
animal
lover.
lover.
Very concerned. And I said, Ruthie, it's not even warm. Give it 10 minutes.
Yes.
And the people were back in the car. They probably ran in to get their donuts and run back out.
But yes, I did find that out that you can do that with Teslas.
There was something else that I learned this week that I didn't know. that I was going to share. It was a really weird, fun fact, but I've already forgotten it. So, and we're almost out of time.
We need to be better about writing down these random things.
It's just basically been a week.
It really, I mean.
Our house has gutters. Woohoo!
Mine doesn't.
Dana's still waiting on her roof.
Still waiting on my new roof. It's quite frustrating.
She hasn't had her rip off yet. If you listened last week, you'll know what I was talking about.
Go back.
Yeah, listen. Until next time, friends, we're mismatched.
Bye.